Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and welcome to the start of something new. This is the build of the Delorean from Back to the Future. This is another one from Eagle Moss and Hero Collector. So yeah, let's get with it. This is the first introductory pack, which has issues 1 and 2, or stages 1 and 2, as these parts are going to be. And this, looking at the model magazine, which we're going to be looking at first, and then I shall be doing stage 1. It should have come with a free gift, the license plate, the out of time license plate, but that's apparently out of stock. So they're going to send that at some point in the future. But you know, it's the important part is getting the build ready. So this is another 1/8 scale car, and lots of lovely detail in here. It's going to be quite impressive. The car looks nice anyway. I've always liked it from Back to the Future, but the fact to be able to build it and have all the time circuits and everything else in there as well. It has most impressive features, sheer number of lights. Not as many as the Enterprise build, I'm sure, but it has quite a few. Yeah, it's got levers and switches and lights and things. Now, I do know that there are modifications for this for many different parts. The time circuit is lovely. The flux capacitor is apparently a bit disappointing in this. It looks fine to me. It's got a single light in it. I know there are modifications that increase the lights and make it flash and pulse and things, but that doesn't really worry me. There's also other things. This display over the back here has a different version that you can buy upgrades for. I don't think I'm going to be getting any of them, but you never say never. So at the moment, to say this is how the stock item will come. It's got obviously the dashboard control switches, which actually control the lights on it apparently. It's got the engine in there, the reactor. There's two different versions of the reactor. You've got the original one and the one from the end of the film with the Mr. Fusion on it. Windows brake lights, bonnet and door lights, time travel lights as well. Next page, yes, telling us about the magazine that you're going to be getting. In detailed instructions, obviously, the how to build thing, as they always are. Inside story, behind the scenes stuff and things. Free gifts, yes, the number plate, as I said, a binder, woohoo, and a stand to put it on. I think as an optional extra, there is a enclosure that goes over the top of it, but again, not worrying about that. So that is that. Obviously, some nice pictures going forward as well. So yeah, so far so good. That's the introducing the model magazine. The first issue is here and is the front grille basically. It's or at least some of it. I'm not entirely certain. I haven't really looked at it yet. I haven't taken it out of the packet, obviously. I shall do that momentarily. Another screwdriver, nice one, like the Enterprise build screwdriver, so very happy to have another pair of those. Obviously the smaller license plate lights and things. I'll get this all off of the backing and then we'll have a look through and see what's what. The way this is done is the first couple of issues have their own magazine, but I'm pretty sure going onwards it's going to be like the XO1 and the Enterprise builds, in that it will be one magazine per pack rather than per issue. So we'll see what happens going forwards, but I'm thinking that's the way it's going to work. Yes, so obviously building the lights, things, personalised California number plate, yeah. So I shall be doing the building, and then we'll come and have a look at the rest of the magazine as I do on that. So first of all, I'll get everything off the pack and see exactly what it is we've got to be doing. Okay, the screwdriver is, in fact, different. It's quite nice. It's a much smaller head than the Enterprise one. Obviously, it's going to be finer screws, and we're going to need that. So it's nice to add that to my tool set. Right, the way this is divided up, we have 4 sections. We've got the rear, the lights, then there was, let me turn the page and remember what the next thing was, the plate and then the bumper. So starting with the rear, we get the nice heavy metal plate, and the rear goes onto that. Is that bit that says Delorean on it? I'm assuming that's that. It doesn't actually push the 2 sections of the Delorean's rear together, carefully aligning the 4 holes. It's that bit then. It's not that bit. It's this bit with the 4 holes. Yes, it's that shape anyway. You can see. So yeah, 4 holes, 4 pins lining up like that, making that across the bottom. and that is being held in place with some BP screws. Now, the screws are in little Ziploc bags with a little bit of card in it with the letters on it, which is fair enough. I'm happy that they're the resealable bags that I've come to know and love from other partwork builds. They're a slightly smaller size, but yeah, it's quite a good way of doing it. So as the build progresses, I will probably put them in a different sorting method, but for now at least they will be put into the bags. So I shall keep all the BP screws in one packet and go from there. So we've got the 4 screws. Yeah, magnetic screwdriver. Nice fit into there. So these are going into the 4 holes. I can't remember which ones were the holes. I think it's them. No, it's those ones, not the sunken ones. That is one there. Get that in a couple of turns to hold it in place, and then make sure all of the others go in nice and secure before you tighten down any of them. As with all of the builds, it's always a good idea to make sure everything locates properly and lines up and fits together before you tighten down the first one. Because if you tighten down the first one and things don't line up, you're not going to be able to get them to line up afterwards. So that's that there. Now the grey metal part is metal. This is plastic. So be aware that doing up the screws into plastic, don't over tighten it. You might cause some distortion on the other side. Being the outside, you really don't want that to happen. So you don't want to damage the shaping of the plastic outside, even though I think something's going to go over the top of that. I think that's where the other Delorean piece goes over the top of. But so following the instructions as it says, put them in there. The 2 sections should now be firmly joined, and they are indeed joined firmly. So that's that. Then we shall move on to the lights, or one of the lights rather, in the nice plastic grill. So yeah, basically it's like a jigsaw. You've got to put these in there. That one goes there. That one goes next to it. Yeah, no. That one goes around all of it. At the top. That then goes down there. Doesn't matter which way up. Find out. Yeah, it fits in better that way up. So we'll do that way up. And we'll put that on that side again with the solid piece around the outside. This is what the assembled piece should look like. It does indeed look a bit like that. So it says clip them into the frames. So should I be pushing them harder? And they're sort of holding in place without anything. So I don't think they really clip into place. I think they just sort of fit in a bit, and then from there it goes on to here. So this is that way round. It's going to go in there. Now if I turn it up the wrong way, bits might or might not fall out, but yeah, obviously these are going to be illuminated. Yeah, that white one's falling out, so you've probably got to do this from that way up and make sure everything stays where it should be. So yeah, that piece locates under there, and then the front piece is held in place with a screw, which I obviously haven't prepared yet. It's another BP screw. Yeah, that shows doing 2 of them, but obviously we've only got 1 light in this pack, so I'm only going to be putting in 1 screw into that bit there. I'm assuming and believing that all of the other little holes in and around all of this are going to be for lights to come out of, whether individual lights or just one panel that's going to come out between them. So make sure that fits in there as it looks like it should, and then come back and tighten it down. Yeah, not sure why it's showing a double one going in the other side, but that's that there. I quite like that. That's cool. It's got the reversing light, there's rear light, brake lights, and indicator lights are all in there, and will be individually illuminated. Nice. That's what the assembled piece should look like. The right hand set of lights screwed securely in place. Indeed, it is. Happy with that. Now we've got to deal with the plate. Right. That's what the other bag of these was. Stickers. I don't know quite what or why. But yeah, let's have a look. It says put the org sticker above the O. Attach the other sticker to the opposite corner. Let's have a look, see what we got here. Right, oh, yeah, they're quite nice. Right, what have we got? Is that... That's nothing, that's just a thing. Right, now, I can't quite tell which is which. It says the org sticker. So that's 1F and 1E. Right, let's go back and have a look and see if it tells us in the parts list. It just says stickers. Okay, not terribly useful. Let me have a closer look at them and see what we can see. That one's got CA86 written on it, and there's 2 of them there. And that one's just got red and silvery patterns on it. I don't know which one goes where. Let me have a look. I'm sure there's pictures that we can find and track it down. There we go. Yeah. So the org one does actually say org, apparently. I can't actually read it as saying org. So that seems to be a little bit too small a printing for it to actually make out anything. The other one does indeed say CA86, so that's quite neat and well framed. The one I'm not sure about, but there's 2 of each, so they obviously know that somebody's going to make a mess up and do it all completely wrong. Hopefully it's not me, but I'm going to put my visor on and get in close and see if I can see. Yeah, I can't actually make out any wording on that at all. So I'm just going to go with that way up. I shall put it into the little gap there above the O. Like that. It's got nice reflecting bits on there that you can just about see. And we shall keep the other parts spare, whether they're actually spare or... I don't know, do they have a front number plate? Is that a thing? I don't know if it's going to have a front plate, but it's got the other bit on there as well now, which is a nice, different way of doing it. I would have expected them to just print them onto it, but obviously they want them to be the shiny metallic, glossy, metallic sort of, yeah, bit. So who am I? I shall do what they tell me to do. I put them in place. Now I need some AP screws. 2 of which to hold that in place, and then 2 others to hold the other bit in place. So I might as well get them all out while I'm here. I need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3. 1 more will be fine. Thank you very much for number 4. Right, so this is going onto here, that way up. Just like that, out of time. And we're going to screw that in from the back with 2 of these screws. First one in just a bit, as ever. And the second one can go in and tighten down properly. Nice. Nice. The first build of any series is nice in that it's all new and shiny and, you know, lovely. But it also feels like it's very bitty and not much going on. But there we go. This is obviously going to be for some illumination. To light up the number plate. That goes on the top there like that, and that goes in there like so. Same the other side. Again, obviously 2 screws, so get them all in before you tighten anything down. That is that, and that is that. Nice and secure, not moving anywhere, all fine, looking good. That's the plate. Next up comes the bumper. So we need that again, and we need that again, and we've got the bit that says Delorean, which goes on there that way up and just clips in place. So yeah, covers over any imperfections you may have had on the other piece. It's quite a satisfying clip. It's not, you know, yeah, it's got a strong clip if you get it just right. But other than that, that is held in place just about right. I'm quite happy with that. That looks good, looks nice, and that's going to go there eventually, obviously, once we've got the other side of that in. But I'll put it in there for now. Out of time. Interesting. It's obviously the rear of the car, which I've not done. Any of the other car builds that I've done so far have not started with the rear. Interesting. So yeah, that's it. That's the build so far. It's nice. It's got some weight to it. It's obviously mostly plastic, but with the metallic body parts. So yeah, happy with that. Let's have a look at the rest of the magazine. We have the Futurist right in the script. Bob Gale doing his stuff in there. 2 Bobs. Zemeckis and Gale collaborated on 3 film races before Back to the Future. I Want to Hold Your Hand, 1941, and Used Cars. I didn't know about them, any of them. I don't recall having seen any of them. Designing the car, the time trials behind the scenes. The creation of it was a team effort. It's the DeLorean. Just a DeLorean. You start with a DeLorean and you add bits to it until it looks cool. That looks quite cool, but a bit too big, a bit too futuristic. It's difficult. I don't know. Yeah, so all good. I like that. Spaceman from Pluto. Yeah. Steel wheels, DeLorean's unique stainless steel bodywork gave it a sci-fi feel. It really did, yeah. This is a bit too futuristic again. That's quite nice. That's all right. I don't mind that. Oh, it didn't have the mad scientist elements of the time machine. It was too slick. You've got to have extra wires and bits sticking out of it. So yeah, there we go. Time Traveler's Guide, Michael J. Fox, obviously. Marty McFly, the young star of Back to the Future, went on to become a huge Hollywood star. Absolutely. I do like most of his films. Very enjoyable to watch. So, yes, that's that. Quick facts. Vox Pop starred in 2 other movie trilogies, Homeward Bound and Stuart Little. Very, very similar to everything. Yeah. Next issue. I don't know how often this will be continuing, but at the moment, next issue, we're getting the other light, obviously. And the front wing. That's going to be quite interesting. It's another nice big metal part. Alternate reality and designing the future in there as well. So that's that. That is the parts that we've got today. I shall put this away. I shall find issue 2. And very shortly, you'll be able to watch the building of that part. So thank you very much for watching this. Let's bring that back in a shot. There we go. Thank you very much for watching the series. I hope I'm keeping you entertained. I shall see you very shortly for the next one. Stay safe. Bye-bye for now.